I was walking down the hallway and my husband walked out of his office and he was like, yowza. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if my microphone is working right now. If the sound is not good, it is because my camera microphone is what's recording the sound. I don't know. I changed the battery in my microphone and everything looks different now, so I can't account for it. Regardless, guys, what matters is that you see the detail on the garments today because we are doing a kind of different type of video. I'm going to be reviewing a virally Instagrammy clothing brand, and they're called MANOLA. MANOLA is, the best I can tell, from Spain. They are an atelier of activewear, and I am a bit of an activewear junkie. I love to find really, really pretty, fun silhouettes that make me feel powerful and sexy while I'm either out and about or working out or what have you. I love to do yoga. I love to run. I love to also feel really cute in my activewear. And they just kept advertising to me. You guys know the story. You know how these things work. And there was just something very luxurious about them to me. And I figured regardless of whether they ended up being a smash or a pass, I wanted to share the results with you guys because you were probably getting advertised to by them as well. So I ordered 4 items. I got a workout set and I got a swimsuit. I'm going to give you guys inserts of me trying the garments on and everything like that and my experience with them, and I'm not even going to close with final thoughts really because I need you guys' opinion. So let's go ahead and jump in. So the reason that this company appealed to me is because they talk about themselves as sustainable athleisure, essentially. I am making more of an effort to buy sustainably now that I can afford to do so. I like to buy fewer, better things, and there's just something about these. The fits are really, really unusual. They have like really high neckline little tank tops. They have this like long sleeve, almost like dance looking top with like a scoop in the back. It's very, very pretty. And I just found the whole aesthetic to be really appealing. Plus the colors are unusual. I really, really liked the color. So I went with the core legging and the core top in the shade Riyadh, which is this lovely, it looked online to be kind of an Hermes orange, and in person it actually is a little bit more muted and autumnal, kind of a creamy orange. And oh, can we talk about this color? It is such a good color on my skin tone, and they have it on a black model, and like, oh, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's just a very, very flattering, pretty shade of orange. So I was super, super excited about this, and I like the high neckline cut. I like the high waist cut. I found the whole thing to be very like modern looking, but also likely to be pretty flattering on my millennial 34-year-old post baby body, you know, like maybe it would hide a world of sins here or there. So these are not inexpensive. The core top was $71 and the core legging is $79. They also do an in-stock versus pre-order situation. So the swimsuit that I got was on pre-order, and that's why it took so, not that you guys know how long it took to ship to me. It took a while to ship to me because I ordered something on pre-order and they shipped it when those were ready. So if I hadn't done that, I think it would have shipped really quickly, but it did ship DHL from Barcelona. Just FYI, I don't know if that matters to you. So I ordered all of these items in a size small, just based on the measurements online. And the first thing that I noticed when I went to put this top on was that I heard the sounds of threads snapping. That is just not the sound you want to hear when you're trying on a new garment. And I was like, is this gonna be like excruciatingly small? Am I about to be in like one of those, you know, fit situations where you ordered it and you were like, oh, you have a completely different idea of what a small is and I'm gonna break it kind of thing. But that wasn't the case. And when I got it on, it was actually very flattering. And then when I put the leggings on, they were also very flattering, and I was very impressed with this buttery soft fabric. However, it is double lined on the top. Double lined meaning it's lined. It's doubled up, the fabric is. So, you know, we've got 2 layers of it. The leggings are just 1 layer, and my goodness, are they see-through? Even for orange, guys. I could see the underwear that I was wearing, which at the time was pink with black polka dots. I could see the lace on my underwear and the black polka dots through it, and I was like, okay. And I definitely felt like it was a little bit bioinformative just because the leggings are only 1 layer. The top, even though it is 2 layers, definitely has some nipplage, if you will, but had the bottoms been a little bit higher quality in terms of, you know, concealing things, and maybe passed the squat test, which yes, I did perform on camera for you guys. Get ready to look at my butt. Then I might have been able to overcome the nipplage and just wear a silicone cup on my nipples, or just get over it. You know what I mean? Nipples are nipples, who cares? But I did feel like the top was higher quality than the bottoms, even though the silhouette is absolutely gorgeous. So the total of that would be what? $150, something like that. So not crazy expensive if you're thinking like Lululemon prices, but also not super inexpensive either if you're thinking about going to Old Navy or Fabletics and buying yourself a workout set that probably isn't see-through. You know, Lululemon got in trouble years and years ago for having see-through leggings. This is definitely considered a faux pas in the industry to, you know, put out a pair of workout leggings that you can see even if I'm wearing no-show skin-colored slippy underwear. I do a squat and you can see that I'm wearing no-show skin-colored slippy underwear. You know, I would have to wear some kind of very inconspicuous nude-colored thong underneath it in order for these to work at all. And that's, you know, if I didn't have a bruise or a blemish somewhere on my skin, because I feel like you could actually see it through these leggings, and they do fit. They're not like so skin tight that I feel like that's why. So that is the workout set. Now, you guys might think that I am brave or stupid, pick one, for ordering a white swimsuit. But for me, I was like, you know what? I've been wanting a white swimsuit and I am crossing my fingers. I have faith that this company is going to be high enough quality that if they're brave enough to put out a white swimsuit, that it's also going to be heavy duty enough that it can be swum in and not show through. So in the inserts, I am wearing the same nude underwear kind of tucked in everywhere underneath. And if I weren't, I do feel like these would be even more bioinformative, if you will. And the top, I will say, has the one issue that always happens to me when it comes to buying something in a small size, because I have no chest, is that they assume that I also am not tall. And so the straps feel a little bit short, which is not a deal breaker in this case. I have run across that dozens of times. It's just kind of the way things work with swimsuits, because I can't buy in cup sizes, you know. Swimsuits seldom come in cup sizes unless you have an actual chest. And so they do just have a slightly shorter strap situation, and it's not adjustable. And the top is also quite see-through, just at face value, okay? Like, you can see the darkness of my areolas, and I do not have particularly, I haven't seen a whole lot of areolas, but I'm a pale girl. They're not that dark, okay? And you can still see them through this swimsuit. And I think that between the two, again, it might be something that I could get past because I'm not afraid of my body, but I did expect more. I expected there to be a little bit more consideration for the fact that when you're gonna put out a white swimsuit, you are taking on a challenge, okay? There are a lot of assumptions about white swimsuits that they are going to be see-through, and so if you are a company putting them out, you need to cover the distance on behalf of your customer. The other thing was, I thought about, what if this gets wet? Oh my gosh, we're going to have a see-through situation. Obviously, if I'm planning on sending these back, I have not swum in them. I have not gotten them wet, because then, you know, I would not try and return something if I had already used it in that capacity. I did put on some silicone nippies and put them on underneath this, and it did help. Now, I am still considering keeping the swimsuit. Hear me out. I was walking down the hallway and my husband walked out of his office and he was like, yowza. And I was like, yes, it's a really cute cut. Like, it's a really cute, flattering cut, but it's super see-through. And he's like, what's your point? And I was like, yeah, but what if it gets wet? And he goes, and I was like, okay, so maybe it's not a family-friendly swimsuit, but you know, that's the heartbreaking thing about these is the cuts are so good. Like, they're so flattering, they're so pretty, and the fabric is so stretchy and buttery soft and so comfortable. But at what cost, I ask you? And speaking of cost, the swimsuit was, and the reason I went for the swimsuit was compared to something like vitamin A, I want to say it was less expensive. And vitamin A is always out of stock on everything. It makes me crazy. I can never find a matching bottom and top in my size. So yes, the Sporty Spice top is $57, and it's all like marked down, I believe, right now because it's on pre-order. So it's like once they're in stock, it'll go up to the regular price, which would be $81. I got the V bottom and it was $45. So not crazy, crazy expensive. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is kind of a quick and dirty review just because I wanted to show these to you guys because obviously you're probably seeing these ads as well. And I just feel like there's a slight disconnect between this being such like a minimalist, looks like quality over quantity, direct to consumer kind of brand. And yet when you get it in your hands, the quality just feels like it could be better, or the consideration of the products could be better. But at the same time, I feel like I could make them work because the silhouettes are so flattering. Now, you know, are these size inclusive? Absolutely not. You rarely get something that is direct to consumer that doesn't specifically design for size inclusivity that happens to account for size inclusivity. They don't just like not mention it. It's always like, this is our thing. It's never just concealed. So yeah, they only go up to an extra large. Most of this stuff comes in like 4 or 5 shades, and the fits, while they do have lots and lots of different fits of these things, I would not say that any of them is necessarily like attempting to accommodate every single body type. It's just how these are. Either way, this is the part where I would typically come down to my final thoughts, and what I'm coming down to is my final question. What do you guys think? I would say that I am 50-50, maybe 60-40 towards sending them back. I already initiated the return because it did tick me off so badly initially, but I could be convinced otherwise. My husband is the one who kind of pushes me back towards the middle because he was just like, you look really, really cute. And I just wonder if I'm fearing the contours of my body too much and wanting to over perfect things, or if I just need to be honest with myself and say like, these aren't that good of quality. So yeah, that is my Manola experience. On Instagram, I did advise you guys, I was like, you know, it's not good, don't do it. And that is because even if I end up keeping these pieces, I would never want to give somebody a binary yes versus, well, yes, in this case, like go spend your money on it, without packaging it with these caveats. It's why I am on YouTube and not so much on Instagram, is because I feel like any recommendation that I give really needs to come packaged with the nuances of like who it's for and who it's not for and who it accounts for and who it doesn't account for. And this definitely has some major holes in its repertoire as that's concerned. So that is why it's a YouTube video. And let me know, guys, what you think now that you've seen them on my body, and what you would do in my situation. But if you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. If you have more kind of Instagram-y viral brands that you want me to review and do like an order, try on, what have you on my channel, request those down below. And specific pieces too, because someone said Jenny Kane, and I was like, that's a really expensive thing to go buy like 10 things from. Like I would go into credit card debt. But you know, like specific items that you think are iconic pieces that you've seen on Instagram and you're like, is it worth it? I would love to do that for you guys. And if you are new here, make sure that you subscribe while you're here if you want. You know, I hope that you do. And thank you guys so much for watching and for hanging out with me today. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.